PS4 generation is going to be the last generation I game on. This industry has become infiltrated by leftists, social justice warriors, whatever you want to call them. It's all pandering, just like Hollywood now. For someone who's conservative, there's not a lot of choices for games you can morally support, knowing you're not funding the destruction of Western civilization. Um, there's probably, I don't know, maybe 2 years, 3 years left on this console cycle. I'm already ready to call it quits, to be honest. What do we got coming out? What I'm still buying here, let me bring up my list here. And it's not just social justice warriors and leftists ruining it, it's just greedy practices, rushed games with tons of issues that they patch later, all that bullshit. So in March, I've got River City Battle Royale Special, and that's a Asia region import, because that's another trend with gaming that is pissing me off. Is other regions will get physical copies of games, but we always get them digital only. So River City Battle Royale, that's one of the games that I have to import in order to get a physical copy, because I don't want my games that I'm supposed to own tied to an online account that could be shut down, I could be banned, whatever. And then also in March, we got Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 HD collection for PS4. I was wanting to get it. I only have Kingdom Hearts 1 on PS2, so I wanted to be able to play both games in good quality. Turns out that port's got tons of issues. Glitches galore. Freezing. They patched it, I guess, within this week, the Japanese version. But a lot of the issues still remain, including a save game freeze, where the game freezes as you're saving, and it doesn't save your game, so you lose progress. So there's no way I'm gonna fucking touch that game, even if it gets patched. The physical disc is worthless. It's basically a coaster, unless you connect online. No collectability, no collection value. So April, the only game I'm buying is Persona 5. As far as I can see, it's mostly untainted by leftist pandering, but it does have some really bad DLC whoring. A lot of costumes. I think it's like a grand total of $70 in DLC. So luckily, the DLC is just cosmetic bullshit, which is still bullshit, by the way, because all those costumes used to be free in games. So that's a bit disappointing, but luckily it's not, as far as I can see, a leftist propaganda machine. But what else we got? In April, we got Bulletstorm remastered for PS4, which I may or may not get. Probably not right away, because that game is so cheap nowadays on other consoles. I forget if it's coming out for $40 or $60, but I won't buy that till it's under 20. Luckily, it's a physical copy. And then the game on April 11th that I made a previous video about, Yooka-Laylee. Really excited for it. I love the old Rare. I love Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, all that shit. So I was excited. And then they had to pander to the social justice warriors, just because JonTron has his own opinion on things. Oh, fine, whatever. I mean, that's their choice to make as a business. My choice not to buy that shit. Because I feel the leftist idea is the destruction of Western civilization. Yeah, they talk about being inclusive or diverse, but that diversity doesn't include conservatives. Another one I might get, maybe not right away, is Outlast Trinity. But the Outlast series is kind of a one-shot deal. You play it once, and there's no replay value because it's so scripted. In May, there's Prey. It's the only one, but I'm not buying it because it looks nothing like the old Prey. Nothing to do with Native Americans. That's what made the original Prey awesome. So, bye. Ruin the series. Might be a good game, but not paying for it day one. June, nothing. July, Final Fantasy XII HD. Another Square Enix HD collection. I'll get it as long as it's not looking like Kingdom Hearts, where it's full of glitches. I don't know, though. It's hard to say. Their track record is really bad. Beyond that, there's nothing I'm interested in. I've got Shenmue 3 and Bloodstained Ritual of the Night kickstarted. So I'm kind of forced to get those. I don't really see Yu Suzuki pandering to leftists with Shenmue 3. The Kickstarter was kind of questionable as far as the funding and everything, but it's been so long. I need a conclusion to Shenmue. And then Bloodstained, Iga, he has a pretty good track record with his 2D Castlevania games, and what I played of the Bloodstained demo, or alpha, whatever it was, or beta, I don't know which it was, but it was good. But beyond that, I'm done. AAA releases, the new Uncharted 4 DLC, pandering to that multiculturalism. I think a recent Game Informer article, you can probably look it up. Total diversity, multiculturalism, leftist pandering. Last of Us 2, it's going to be the same bullshit. It's going to be even worse. I'm ashamed that I even bought Uncharted 4, to be honest, because it obviously had the black woman power of watching Drake get the shit beat out of him by a strong black woman. So, and, I don't even mind those scenes too much, but in the current climate today, it's clear that kind of shit is pandering. I wouldn't even have batted an eye at that shit in the 90s. But once they made it an issue, that's when, once they started the pandering, that's when it became tainted. Just having a female lead, you get this icky feeling like, ew, are they just doing this to pander to these crybabies who, oh, if there's not a woman in it and she's not strong and masculine and not sexy, then I'm offended. You're just afraid they're going to be pandering to that stupid fucking mindset. So I can't think of anything beyond July is when Final Fantasy XII comes out. Who knows when Shenmue 3 and Bloodstained are coming out, but gaming's fucking dead to me. I've got so many games, like old and new. I'll have enough to keep me entertained for the rest of my life. But, everything, like the Nintendo Switch, it's a piece of garbage. All those issues, the 2-hour battery life, it can't decide. It's weak as a home console. It's barely above the Wii U graphic-wise, maybe a little bit better. From what I've heard, the specs, it's still worse than an Xbox One, and Xbox One is the weakest console of this generation. So it's going to be even weaker than that. And as a handheld, it also fails because it has a 2-hour or 2.5-hour battery life. I need at least 4 hours of battery life. 7 or 8 would be ideal, but at least 4. 2.5, 3 hours, ugh. It's not a good handheld. It's too bulky to be a handheld. It's cheaply made. All those issues. Nintendo's cancerous. Nintendo fanboys are the fucking worst, by the way. PC elitists suck too. PC gaming is fucking garbage as well. Like, back in the day when you'd buy a PC game, you could get games that you couldn't play on a console, either due to the technical limitations or the controls. Like, they'd use every key on the keyboard. You know, simulators, stuff like that, real-time strategy games, you know, more complex RPGs. And now all those RPGs like, you know, Baldur's Gate or Elder Scrolls, they've all been dumbed down for the fucking consoles. So Elder Scrolls going to PC is just the console version on a PC. That's what all games are on PC now. They're console ports, higher resolution, higher frame rate. You know, I've got a PC rig with a GTX 770, which is pretty dated at this point, and I've got the money to upgrade to a 1080 Ti. I could, if they were available right now, they're probably sold out. I could just go buy one, but there's nothing for me to fucking play. Everything I'm interested in, I have on the PS4 Pro, and it runs it good enough where I'm enjoying the experience. And beyond that, everything's so fucking tainted. I'm not interested in gaming anymore. All I want to do at this point is better my life, better my society around me, speak my mind, you know, enjoy nature, enjoy natural things, not this corporate, leftist pandering, consumerist culture where people, you know, they identify themselves with the shit they buy. And that's not me. I mean, I buy shit and I show it off on my channel, but it used to be where I cared about it and it appealed to me, and now it's just tainted. It's fucking garbage. And I'm done. I'm done giving them money. Well, after those games come out, that the last of what I'm interested in. You know, there's a chance that there'll be some more games that are announced that aren't fucking tainted with this leftist bullshit or these corporate fucking like DLC whoring tactics and all that shit. I think there's a rumor that The Evil Within 2 is going to get announced. I'll probably have to buy that one. I can't see that one being tainted, but at the same time, I don't see Shinji Mikami working on too many more games. If he works on that, that could be his last game, because he's been talking about getting out of the industry for years. But I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stick to like PC and acquiring games on PC, because this industry, I'm not gonna support it anymore. I put so much money into it, and they've alienated me. Fuck me, because my opinion doesn't matter. I'm a piece of shit. You know, so whatever. This channel is going to change, just so you guys know. There's going to be a couple more unboxings, like that Persona 5 Take Your Heart edition. I'll unbox that. I've got the Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, like collector's edition or whatever. I backed that one, so that'll be in 2018 when I unbox that. But you know, you're gonna see a lot of fucking videos like this now, so I hope you like them. But yeah, I'm gonna be working out this summer. I'm gonna get in shape, better myself, find myself a good waifu, hopefully make some fucking babies, because I need to do that. Yep. Anyways, that's about it. Just wanted to rant for a bit. So, and as you can see, I got a new fucking haircut. Since everyone's calling me a Nazi, a fascist, a racist, figure I should look the part. So there you go. All right, guys. Well, I will see you guys later. Peace.